Just saying what is on our hearts, not worried about creating perfect starts. This is my YouTube channel. This is my space for me to talk about so many different things. Welcome to my space. Thank you for being here. I have a lot to share. I might be sitting in this chair for over an hour. If you stay for the whole thing, I promise you, I will shower you with all the personal insights that come to me in these moments that we are here together. In this moment, I believe I will be titling this film, Making Space for Sadness. I brought my notebook and I took notes. Yesterday when I was filming, I really enjoyed having the song written. There was a song that I sang, and I don't want to spend too much time talking about yesterday because I have a lot of other things to talk about. The point is that I loved that, and because I loved that experience, I decided to replicate it today. My ideas for what to talk about today, it's kind of a theme. Obviously, sadness is a common theme in what I'll be talking about and sharing here. And obviously, check in with your body. See, do I have space to hear some sad things today? Maybe I've actually been wanting to hear some sad stuff. Maybe this is like a wish, a miracle granted. That would be how I would want it to be. But yeah, instead of just turning on the camera with these ideas floating, I figure let me put them on the paper, and that works for me. So I will be here in this moment being an example of what's working for me, and maybe you as a creator will try some of the things I suggest, and maybe they will work for you too, or maybe they won't. We never know until we try, right? So today is about, well, not the whole day. Oh, a whole day of making space for sadness would be interesting. That is something I have not tried yet. Today, the video, this film, I'm calling this creation a personal confession film, okay? This is a personal confession film. I'm letting go of the pressure of needing to be perfect for you. You don't want perfect, do you? You just want me. I'm here. On your TV screen. On YouTube. Woo! Okay, we made it. Whew. All right. Surface thought, like a thought on the surface, is that I'm really proud of a certain shift that I have made. And this certain shift is not in my notes. It's completely off topic, and I'm aware of that. And I'm consciously choosing to deviate away from the topic before I get into the topic. Because once I get into the topic, there's no going back. And as I was getting ready, meaning, you know, brushing my hair and putting on my earrings and getting my appearance ready, I knew that I would be sharing this in a video, and I knew that it would be meant to be. So before I say that, I also want to say how hard it can be in some moments to take care of this body. Just making sure that it has the food that it needs, and the water that it needs, and the sleep that it needs. Oh my, I am just exhausted by that lately over the past few days. Can I just be a vibrating ball of light creating whatever I want to without having to worry about feeding myself? Ah, I haven't had any food yet today because I don't want to. And it's like 2 o'clock, but I don't care. Like, I literally just want to make the art. I am going to eat after this film is filmed. That is the plan. Don't worry about me. I mean, am I well nourished? I probably could do better at that. I'm trying, but like logistically, like it can be so hard in some moments. And I just want to say that from my perception, in my opinion, I think that that is normal. I think that it is normal to struggle with knowing what foods make you feel energized and what foods make you feel tired. It's, I've been through so much with just learning how my body reacts to certain foods, certain combinations of food. It is complex. And yeah, I wanted to let that out because that is on my mind too. And so, I do this thing called listening to my soul and listening to my body and listening to my mind. And my body is just like, I have so much passion for this art that I want to make sure it's complete. I want to make sure I'm able to capture this energy that I'm in right now. And if I eat a meal, I might take a nap after that. And so let's get the film done first, and then I've got a delicious meal in my fridge that is already prepared. Love it when that happens. Feels luxurious and meant to be. I have a pre-prepared food that someone else cooked. That's how I like to do it on some days. I'm an occasional chef. Maybe once or twice a week I whip something up, but I love just meals in my fridge ready to go, made with love by another human that loved to make it, because I love to cook, but my capacity for loving to cook, I have a couple hours each week for that. It's not a daily thing. No, I will never cook daily, ever. I don't think I ever will. Anyways, I brought up living through my soul and being the energy of energy instead of relying on my body to tell me who I am and my mind to tell me who I am, right? Because my body and mind are like addicted to the past. And as the awareness, I come on in there and I show with my creation of the present moment, things can be different. We can feel more joy. And I know we're making space for sadness today, but the joy is just overwhelming now because I'm expressing myself. And it's like, wow, I was so sad before I just started talking. And now that I'm really talking, it's just like, hi, okay, wow. Doing something I love. That's the magic and the power of doing something you love. And I am currently in the middle of a lifetime of choosing other things over doing what I love. One of them being putting on makeup, and I think I'm going to talk about this. I personally, at this time in my life, in this moment, do not enjoy doing makeup. This is why I don't have very many makeup things. I have 2 makeup things, and other girls might have 40, but I've got my 2 little makeup things. And anyways, recently though, some of you might know, I got excited about how fun makeup can be. And I was, looking at some beautiful people expressing their makeup, and I saw their makeup and I'm thinking, it might be fun to do something to my face again. What could I do? And I started to search on the internet and I found temporary face tattoos. And I got a whole packet of them. You might have seen in one of my other videos, I had these hearts on my face. And yesterday I had flowers on my face. I've got this whole pack of them. And so today, after my shower, I looked at myself in the mirror. Yes, I'm taking you there. I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, ooh, another tattoo today would just be great. It would look great. It would be fun. But then the possibility of just watching with my mind, because I like to watch with my mind what I'm doing before I do it. I used to do this automatically, but now I try my best to do it consciously. So I'm like consciously previewing putting this stuff on my face again, and I'm thinking, I gotta wet a towel, I gotta put it on my face, it's gonna be on my face all day. Like yesterday, the tattoos were like itchy at the end of the day, and I like scratched it off. There's this gunk under my nails. I clipped my nails because I was like, ew, I'm scratching my face, and I'm making space for disgust right now. Like, I was just kind of disgusted. And you know what I did? After I had the gunky temporary tattoo in my fingernail, I picked it out of my fingernail and now it's on my carpet. I need to vacuum. That is gross. There's like a shriveled up temporary tattoo on my carpet right now. And from my point of view, it is not normal to be talking about life like this. Who talks about the gunk on their carpet in a public space? I don't know anybody, but I'm doing this soul-inspired thing where I'm just like, I just want to talk about my experience, and I want to talk about what I'm experiencing and what's happening. And I watched a video last night that changed my timeline because that's exactly what this person was doing. He was talking about his life and talking about his day, talking about his experiences. The video was over an hour long. And I loved every second of it. I wanted to watch it a second time. That experience sparked inside of me wonder and curiosity of what would happen if I just let myself talk. How long would the video be? Would people watch the whole thing? Would people watch a couple minutes of it and think it's great and be happy that I upload? And then it comes the question, would I rather make something that ends up being 2 hours long and have the majority of people only watch 10 minutes? With my full heart though, like that's what I wanted to make. Or would I think, oh, let me make something that works for these people and make it only 10 minutes so that they can watch the whole thing, but then, feel like there's more left to share? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Fuck around and find out, right? So that's what I'm doing. Hi, my name is Ari. I am the founder and creator of Creative Genius Catalyst. Thank you for the intro. Thank you for listening to the intro. If you're here, you might make it to the end. You made it this far, why not? You made it through the whole casual intro. I want to talk about something that is kind of sad today, and that is my intention for this video. So I'm gonna just do a sign of the cross. I haven't been to church in so long, but I'm just gonna say some prayers. Like, God, help me talk about this. And okay, I really gotta get into my heart for this prayer. I didn't even realize I was gonna do like a legitimate, like, fancy, serious prayer, but like, what I would like to do with this film, with this piece of art, with this creation, I want people to see how safe I feel in my body in every single video, in every single moment of this video, excuse that. I want people to see and feel how safe I feel in my body in every single moment of this video. And I want to inspire other people to feel the safety in their body. Like, don't just feel the safety in my body. Don't just feel the safety in your body. And as I connect with that idea, I remember that I did not finish my thought from earlier about the temporary face tattoo thing. The reason why I brought that up, thank you for reminding me, whoever did that. It was probably me, I guess, or a spiritual guide, or God, or universe. Thank you. The reason I brought up the tattoo thing was that I noticed this shift where instead of thinking, oh, but the temporary tattoo looks good, even though I ended up scratching my face, even though, I didn't fully enjoy the process of applying it to my face, I'll still do it because it looks good. I have hacked out of that. Like, I've risen out of it. Can we get a level up? Is that what that is? Because I don't value the physical as much as I used to. Things are balancing out. sometimes I think I value the emotional and mental a little more than the physical. I've been there. Let my bank account get to zero because I wasn't valuing the physical at all. Wasn't taking care of my money at all because I was like, my emotions are so important. My emotions are so important. And I was like, oh wait, what about money? Oh no. Forgot for a whole season. But remembering again, balancing that. The emotional world is important, the mental world is important, the non-physical world is important, and so is the physical. And I still look cute without the temporary tattoo, so I think it was worth it to not, and I'm gonna put them on again when I feel like it, but just because it was just last night that I was like scratching that tattoo off my face and flicking it onto my carpet, disgusting. Like, I gotta get my act together and realize what I look like is not nearly close to being very important. It's really not. It really does not matter as much as I used to think it did. Just to give you context, I was a child that came up to my mom and asked her, at the store they have mascara for longer lashes and fuller lashes. Which one do I need? I cared so much about what people thought about my eyelashes. How do I get them longer? How do I get them fuller? How do I get them to be the best eyelashes Who gives up about my eyelashes? There's so many other things to care about. And it feels way better to care about other things. I'm not sending shade or hate to anybody that really cares about what their eyelashes look like, by the way. If that's the truth in your heart, and in your heart you truly have concern for what your eyelashes look like, beautiful. What I'm saying is that in my life, there was not a true concern in my heart for that. It was this like construct placed onto me that I had to be beautiful for other people and just forget about what I think about myself, like something like that. I'm trying my best to summarize it in the moment and also kind of rushing through it because I have a whole other topic to talk about that has nothing to do with this at all, really. So to summarize, everything I've said about my face today, I don't care about it as much as I used to, and that is refreshing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Pajamama, I'm coming home. I'm coming home to the place where I belong. Should I sing a song right now? Pajamama, I'm coming home to the place where I belong. Okay, I know I'm supposed to make space for sadness. I know that's supposed to be the title of this video, but I'm trying to get through all the lights first. It's almost like there's like this orb all around me and I'm just trying to go in, but it's like more light, more ideas of what to say, more. And I'm just like, wait, let me get in here. I hate myself. I have hated myself in many moments. I hate myself in this moment. Because I'm not a famous YouTuber. Why isn't it happening yet? Why has it taken over 8 years? Why have I started? Yeah. It's nasty, like deep in there. But I love it, you know? I love that I hate myself because I'm not yet the type of YouTuber I want to be, or I don't think I ever even will be the type of YouTuber I want to be, because the type of YouTuber I want to be is like based on a person that I saw, and that person's not me. So I'm going to be my own unique version, and I know that. But deep down, energetically, I haven't learned that. So I sit with my heart connecting to that deep, deep space and bringing that deep space into this moment. And just saying, look how hard I'm still trying to please you, despite how mean you've been to me, despite how much you hate me. Like, why don't you just get out from out there? Okay? And now I feel space, actually, in my heart. Am I doing shadow work live on camera? Holy... This was not in the notes. Okay, but I literally feel like all the hate for myself is right here in this space. And then my heart is like spacious. And I'm worried that if I move my hands, it'll... Okay. But you understand energy, so you don't think any of this is crazy. You think this is the coolest thing that I'm actually letting you see this, right? Or you think something similar? What do I want to put in this space, this huge space in my heart? What do I want to put in this huge space? What do I want to put in this space? What if I didn't fill it up? What if I left it open? It's not empty space, but it's like this spacious emptiness. And I'm still holding the hate. It shrunk to a little tiny, it looks like a little ball, like a little marble. I'm just holding it. And I'm gonna ask the hate. Oh, it's very impatient. What about this crystal? Maybe the hate can merge with this crystal, yeah. And if I ever want to talk about something I hate, myself, people on this planet, the world, the way things are designed, the jobs, the cars, why does everybody have their own car? Why are we not sharing? I hate it. Oh my gosh, and why did that lady at the store recommend I get the pot that I don't want to get, and I'd rather put my plant in this other pot, but she said that pot's too big. I wish I could get the pot I wanted. Every time I look at my plant, I'm like... The thoughts about the plant are in my notes. So let's get into it. Okay. Next, I'm gonna be talking about this book. I know this seems really random, but it's not. I decided to read this daily page from this book, and I just want to tell you that on this day, January 27th, this is my day today. This is the day I am living in. Trust is a golden pathway to heaven. When you walk this path, you live above your circumstances. I said, you know what, Jesus, I'm gonna trust you. You know what, God, I'm gonna trust you, because what the fuck? Like, and I just said that, and Jesus' glorious light apparently shines more brightly to those who follow this path of life. I think following Jesus is so confusing. He's a person that walked on earth so many years ago, but because it was so long ago, at this point, it's almost like he's a fictional character, and there's so many different stories about him, and it's so hard to keep track of it all. And I've never said any of that out loud because I don't want to seem like I'm hating on Jesus, but I'm just being honest about how hard it is sometimes. Like sometimes, oh my God, it's like Jesus is my guardian angel. Jesus is so close to me. I can feel the closeness, and it's this amazing being of light that's on this super high dimension. But then in other moments, it's like, I'm here. I'm amazing. If I say this out loud, people are going to tell me I'm in my ego. But I actually think I have like love for what I'm doing on this earth. And there's been so many moments of focusing on what other people are doing on this earth and wanting other people to guide me. Like, what if I guided myself? What would that be like? And so I kind of put Jesus in a little bit of a back seat. And I hope he's not pissed about that, because I don't want to piss Jesus off, of course. But if I'm putting Jesus in the front seat of my life because I think that's going to make Jesus happy, but I'm confused and feeling awkward and feeling like I want to do my life my way, then I think about God as the creator, and I'm thinking the creator created me to have this inner conflict right now. You created this, right? Is this not in a soul contract or something somewhere that I would have this conflict about, wanting to guide myself and wanting to be the hero of my own life and wanting to know what's best for me, and telling people, you don't need to give me advice anymore. Telling Jesus, I don't need advice right now. Like, I got this. I'm gonna take the wheel. A couple years ago I said, Jesus, take the wheel. Now I said, scoot over, Jesus, I want the wheel. Like, is that okay? Is that allowed? And am I allowed to never ask if it's okay again? Am I allowed to be my very best friend and just do things the way I want to do them? Will the whole world blow up? No. What if the world thrives? What if me trusting myself and me doing things the way I want to do them, like, yes, I get influenced by people. I got so influenced by that guy. I watched his video yesterday, and it was Gooby and Doobie, and that's the YouTube channel, and like, that video influenced me. That video is the reason why this video is longer than 20 minutes right now. If I would have never watched that video, this video would be 20 minutes long. Did that guy tell me to go film an hour-long video? No. From the feelings I got and from the experience I had and the thoughts that were activated in me from him doing what he was doing, and it felt so good. Like, that's why I'm here. Maybe I never have to tell anybody what to do. That would be awesome, because I feel disgusting and evil when I tell people what to do. I want their free will to be like fully activated as much as possible. I want them thriving in the way that they want to be living. And so I go slow with stuff like this. I mean, this is just a huge topic that I had no plans of talking about. I need to go slow with everything. If I need a moment to pause, you probably need a moment to pause too. I just felt fear as I thought to myself, if I talk about the rock on my desk, I'm going to talk about the rock on my desk for a full 20 minutes. I want to show you the rock on my desk, but if I show you the rock on my desk, it's going to take 20 minutes, and I have a notebook in front of me. I got this piece of paper in front of me that says personal confession film. And it's got all these bullet points and all these things that the past version of me wanted to talk about, but now the present moment me wants to talk about The Rock. And I'm gonna pick up my hate crystal now. I should call this making space for sadness and hate. I want to pick up my hate crystal right now and say, I hate how complicated I am. I hate it. But I love it at the same time. I love it at the same time because, oh my gosh, in one moment I write all these notes and I'm so excited about talking about them. But I also tell myself I'm going to be committed to who I am in the present moment. I'm going to listen to my thoughts and I'm going to listen to my heart and I'm going to talk to you about what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. I'm going to let it be. Because I love this expression. I'm holding the hate crystal, but like, I can't find any hate for this expression. Like, this expression is goofy and silly, and there are so many thoughts, and you've heard pretty much all of them. They're outside of me, and they're being expressed. Ah, my thoughts are free. It's as if all my thoughts suddenly got super rich and all of them got plane tickets and the airport is inside my head and the runway to the airport is in my mouth and in my vocal cords and all these flights are taking off and it's just, we're just watching all these thoughts fly away. Have fun, everybody. Oh, and they're flying to you. You're the destination. Oh my gosh, and the destination is your brain. Oh. I'm totally sober, by the way. I've been, like, high and, like, from marijuana. And, the way I talk on that is different. It's probably even better. Just imagine. Just leave it up to your imagination. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and there was this one time that all my friends and I, we were all high together on that stuff. And I was talking about a bunch of stuff. I was totally channeling, you guys. I was channeling all kinds of aliens, interdimensional beings. My really good friend at the time, and I don't talk to any of these people anymore. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. I just sensed a feeling of unsafety. And I'm remembering my prayer and I want to feel safe in my body, so I guess I just don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable about, like, substances, you know? I've never, like I kind of keep it to myself if I, you know, smoke something or try something like that. Like, it feels out of my comfort zone to talk about it, but anyways. I think I'll get back to my comfort zone because I have respect for leaders that encourage people to get out of their comfort zone. So thankful that that happened. However, now I realize how fun my comfort zone is and how much I can do in my comfort zone, so I might as well do a bunch in my comfort zone and then, like, use up all that energy. Like, it just feels like there's a lot in my comfort zone. And if I keep going outside my comfort zone for more, I'm just gonna have more space, and it's like, how much can I possibly expand my comfort zone? Like, is there ever a point where you're just like, yeah, I've been uncomfortable for 20 years. I think I'm gonna start working on being comfortable now. Yes, I am that point. I wanna be comfortable. So, that's what I'm doing. Okay. In today's video, I planned on talking about some of the roles that I play in my life. There are 3 of them that I have written down. The home decorator, the inspirational filmmaker, and the songwriter, okay? You know a little bit of information about all those roles. the home decorator, chose this and chose for these walls to be blank. And you don't really know anything else about what my home looks like. But that is a role that all of us play no matter what. You can't escape that role. You can't. Even if someone else decorates your home for you, you chose to allow them to decorate your home. Like, it is an inescapable role. And the hate that was living inside of me a couple moments ago wants to say that I hate feeling out of control. And I hate that I can't escape having a home. No matter what I do, I'll have a home. And honestly, in response to that, I'm like asking the hate, can I respond to that? And the hate's like, yeah, sure. Why would you hate that? Like, you have a home no matter what. Like, you always have a home. And home is all around you. And it's like this whole planet. That's kind of cool. And the hate's like, yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna go watch TV now. Bye. Okay, bye. I'll go put the crystal in front of the TV so I can go do that. I want to be clear that just because you're watching TV doesn't mean you're hating your life or hating something. But for me, it's TV. Oh God. It's easy to avoid your feelings if the TV's on. So, but yeah. Anyways. I have a song to sing. If you're stuck watching TV, wishing you were not, because everything that you're feeling, you wish you forgot. This is not my song. I wish I could look up who sings this song. I think it's called To Watch the World Spin. That song honestly saved me from miserable moments. Because I realized, yeah, like, I've been stuck watching TV wishing I was not. Because everything that I'm feeling, I wish I forgot. And I've been trying so hard to push it out of my body. And it happened today without me even trying, thinking I'm going to come here and follow my notes. Oh, I thought wrong. And yeah, I'm gonna sit in front of this camera until I'm done. Oh my gosh, this is a lot. So there's a part of me that wants to play all of the roles that I play super perfectly. I want to play these roles in a way that makes everybody happy, including myself. And that is a very difficult task. I feel tons of pressure and I do feel uncomfortable. The safety in my body, though, I feel safe in my body. I feel safe in my body realizing that my brain is psychotic and my brain wants, it is a psychotic idea. And I'm trying to stop labeling myself, so I should probably take that back. But my brain is kind of crazy, okay? Okay, fine, I'm not psychotic, I take it back. Because yeah, I learned about this thing called cognitive dissonance, and over-labeling yourself can be a form of cognitive dissonance. It can be healthy and helpful to label yourself, but I think it was kind of healthy to call myself psychotic just now, even if I was just talking about one organ, my brain. I'm not psychotic. I am awareness, and I am aware that my brain is a little bit crazy. My brain is a little bit crazy, okay? Still kind of a label, but I do love my crazy. I love the thoughts. I love the suggestions I get from my brain. My brain is always letting me know, what if you try this? Maybe you should do that. My brain made an effort to convince me to get out of the shower while I was in the middle of showering because I had a thought to share and I thought it would be a good idea to get out of the shower and call the person that I wanted to share the thought with. And so I was aware of this suggestion from my brain, likely from the part of me that is also linked to the feeling of feeling unseen and unheard and, needing to express something right away, because if it doesn't get expressed right away, it won't be the same thing. And I'm like, dang. So I want to play all these roles perfectly. There's a part of me that wants to be better. And there's a part of me holding hands with the part of me that wants to be better, saying, what if you're good enough just as you are? What if this is great? The way you're grabbing onto the microphone and the way you're sitting and the things you're wearing, everything you've talked about so far, what if it's been perfect? I'm finding gratitude for the space that my camera has. And immediately scared, oh, if I notice the gratitude, what if the thing I'm grateful for goes away? Well, we gotta wait and find out, I guess. And now I'm on the edge of the seat wondering, will I be able to film the video to completion? Will I have enough space on my camera phone, on my iPhone, on my camera? I'm filming this on an iPhone, by the way. I feel like that's important to mention. Anybody with an iPhone can be a filmmaker. The glory of 2025. Anybody with ideas can write them down and turn on the camera and express them. It's possible. Anybody with a brain can do many different things, including get out of the shower when you're not done showering. You haven't even washed your body yet. I didn't do that, by the way. There was a time where, because I felt so much wounding from never listening to my thoughts and never listening to my brain, I started doing pretty much everything my brain was suggesting. And then I realized, let's balance this out. Sometimes my brain suggests stuff and then my awareness will make an alteration to it. So I did express the thought that I had in the shower, but I chose to wash my body and fully finish the shower and then get out. That's the logical part of me that is taking care of me, that I'm so grateful for, because that part of me was focused on conserving my energy, which is really cool. Oh, my body. It's conserving my energy, making sure I can function, making sure I can stay alive. It's beautiful. It's incredible to witness. Why would I need to read about or watch some kind of love affair on a screen when the greatest love affair of all time is happening right here inside my body between divine intelligence and physical form? It's epic. It's epic if you see how badly you really do want to survive. It's epic if you see how badly you really do want to experience feelings that you truly enjoy simply because you enjoy them. It's cool. It's really cool. Making space for sadness. As I make space, as I set the intention, as I write down the words, make space for sadness, so much joy comes through. Just the idea that I have this space to be sad. There are versions of myself that once existed in my mind that I will never know. That is the true topic of this video. The true topic of this video. Growing among all the other words I said in this space. There are versions of myself that were so real for me non-physically. And they still are real for me non-physically. Versions of myself that live inside my head that I'll never get to be. I'm going to talk about the first one that showed up, okay? Right now, I can see a woman that she is at a professional photo shoot. She's modeling. The company she's working with and the clothing that she's modeling, it shifts and changes a little bit, like as I focus. I've always wanted to be a model. I've thought, the idea of just getting paid for your appearance, it seems nice to me. I also rejected that idea many times as I grew up experiencing large amounts of insecurity, as well as being aware of the insecurity in others associated with appearance. And I thought about all those models and those magazines, and I thought, oh yeah. It seems to be somewhat common for the entire human species, and I could be wrong about this, but I want to be careful with my word choice. It seems like it's easy for me to be insecure when in front of me is a picture of a woman with a massive smile, and her teeth are so white, and her face is so polished, and her hair, it's just long and glorious, and I can't see any split ends, and it's like overwhelming comparison. And all of a sudden something is biting me, but nothing is biting me, but I'm getting eaten. I've never talked about it like this. That's one of the reasons I'm not a model right now, because I don't want to do that to anybody else. But I'm on camera right now, I'm on film right now, so like, oh gosh. I hope instead of feeling like you're being eaten, I hope if you have some kind of wound from insecurity, I hope instead it feels like I'm there with a bandage and I got the special ointment. And I will show you the rock that I talked about earlier. It says, trust your uniqueness. And I got this in Lido Beach. There are versions of me living inside the non-physical space that I have access to that I have not yet been in this lifetime, and I don't have very solid plans. Like, I'm not pursuing modeling right now. I'm maybe one day a brand will want to work with me and I'll do some kind of photo shoot and I'll get to do the modeling. Oh, but that would take so much inner strength because I don't want to hurt anyone, and it's possible to hurt someone just by smiling and getting your picture taken and it going all over the place. That smile could hurt. The way you do your hair could hurt someone. It's scary. And I hate it. It's sad. Yes. It is sad how easily we can possibly hurt one another without even trying to. And the space inside my heart, it feels the same way it felt right after I put the hate in this crystal. It feels open. And as I've been talking, stuff will kind of drop in there, but it just comes back out. Stuff moving in and coming out, and it's amazing. Next, I want to talk more about the inspirational filmmaker. The inspirational filmmaker is still on my mind. She says to me, shut up and just make the stuff you want to make. And if the stuff you want to make involves talking, then don't shut up. But yeah, like, shut up and just make it. Shut up and just do it. I'm here at this photo shoot today because I decided to trust myself. I decided I will do my very best to make sure that people don't feel insecure around me or don't feel less than, because yeah, we are all equal. And we are all on our own journey, yes, but I want to walk with people. I don't want to walk above people and step on people. I didn't do that. I didn't do that to get to the top. I'm channeling her, you guys. She's just talking to me. I can hear her. I decided to show my gifts in the same way that you're showing your gifts right now. It was weird at first, and I worried. Are people going to think I'm crazy for talking to a non-physical version of myself that exists in my head? But the right people will get it. They'll get that I'm literally connected to the quantum realm right now, and I'm talking to a version of myself that actually exists. And I'm telling you, if I choose to merge my consciousness with that exact version that I have in my non-physical sight right now, I will live that moment too. And I will have a vision of this version of me, and it's physical for me right now in this moment, but in the future, it will be non-physical for her. And she'll be mentally sending me words right now, and I'll be able to look back and say, I received the exact words that I'm sending. I talk like this because I've experienced this before when I shaved my head. And that's a whole other story for a whole other time. I'll tell the story of the head shaving. I love talking about it. It will happen. Future me told me to do it, and then I became future me, and I told myself to do it. And I was like, we can communicate with different versions of ourselves across space and time. It's because it's the non-physical. It hasn't, like, it's not physically happening right now, but we have access to it non-physically. And now, little inspirational filmmaker. I take back the word little. She's kind of little. I'm a little person. I'm 5'4". 5'4", 100 pounds. I'm little. She's little. I don't like calling people little, but she's little. No labeling, Ari, okay? Disciplining myself. The person, okay? Can I label her as a person? Is that okay? I guess so. Why do we have to say person, though? Why don't we just say the non-physical, but she could be physical in the future? Man. Words right now. Anyways. What I heard from her next is to stop talking about her and move on to the home decorator, okay? I gotta talk about this potted plant. Reconnecting to my heart, reconnecting to myself, because I was about to people please and be like, you're gonna think this is funny, and that's why I'm talking about it. Like, maybe you'll think it's funny, but my intention is to honor myself first. I'm experimenting what that's like, and I'm doing this experiment to see if I honor myself first, will other people like it too? And maybe, like, by honoring myself first, everything will work out. I was admiring my plant this morning when I awoke from my sleep and astral journeying. I miss the pot that I saw at Lowe's. And I didn't buy the pot that I saw at Lowe's because the person that worked at Lowe's said that that pot would be too big for my plant. And now my plant is bigger, and I'm thinking, it grew so fast. What if the plant could have grown in that really big pot? I know it's ridiculous. I'm a perfectionist. I want to totally and completely love everything in my space. And I do not totally and completely love the pot that my plant is currently in. I will get up and grab it and show you. I don't hate it, okay? I don't hate it. but I don't love it either. And you know what? I'm thinking that you probably really want to see the plant, but I really don't want to get up from this space until the film is done. And I'm worried. I'm thinking about you, and I'm thinking, yeah, like, no, I'm not going down that pathway. Do you see how we rewire our brains in every single moment? Like, I'm changing myself so much by doing this. Honestly. Who cares if anyone watches our videos? Who cares if anyone reads our creations? Like, this is so healing for me. I finally got the hate out of my heart. Do you know how long I've been trying to do that? Oh my gosh. And I didn't hate the journey, actually. You would think I would have hated that journey, but it was kind of fun. It was kind of cool to be like a little bit hateful, especially in this body. Like, I look so beautiful and so shiny, and it's like no one expects me. And you know, one of my friends, she activated this for me because she was talking about how much she hates where she lives, and I was just shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought she was loving in every moment. She looks like a fairy princess, but no, she hates it. She hates something. And I was like, I hate things too. And now we're here. All right. What else am I sad about? What else do I hate? Let's let it out. I have the space. You're here. You're listening to me. Oh, what a big change. What a big change. This is so interesting. I wonder who I'm going to be. Because I'm so used to purposely focusing on what I love. I just saw the number 5555, and I thought to myself, oh, I love that number. And it's like, I just asked myself, what am I sad about? What do I hate? And I'm focused on how much I love that number. Like, I've done such a great job of making sure I focus on what I love. I read a book about rewiring my mind. I connected to these authors that happen to be neuroscientists, and they study epigenetics. And I'm just like, yeah, I could design my body. I could choose the DNA that makes me feel happiness in every single moment of every day. And this part is in my notes. The inner high that suggests otherwise. Let me introduce you. In many moments of my life, I have gotten so high, so full of such great bliss, that this is what I have thought to myself, wow, I can feel this way in every moment and every time. I never, ever have to feel or experience sadness again. I'll never have an angry thought. It's here, it's now, it's beautiful. And I tell other people about it. I tell other people, oh, we never have to be sad again. No, we never have to be afraid again. No, we'll never be angry again. No. And what happens less than 24 hours away? I'm angry. I was wrong. But wait, maybe I can still be right. Maybe I'm just learning. Maybe I've just failed, and failure, the road to failure and the road to success are the same road. The only difference is when you choose to get off. So what if I stay on this road? This road of I can be in bliss in every single moment, and I never have to be sad, and I never have to be angry, and I never have to be scared. What if I just stay on this road and I never get off and I ride it the rest of my life? But the problem is that I don't think I even put myself on this road. No, I think I put myself on this road because I thought I had to be on this road in order for people to love me. The people that I wanted to love me. And I was wrong. They still love me when I'm sad. They still love me when I'm angry. They prefer that I am not feeling sadness or anger because they think that that's bad. They think that that's so bad. But on my road to thinking I never want to feel sadness, anger, or fear again, all of those emotions have actually become my friend. Can confusion become my friend too? Because in this moment I am confused. Do I want to feel sad? No. Well, yes. It's natural, it's normal. Oh, but when I'm sad, I'm crying, and crying is kind of bad. It prevents you from being productive. Oh, but What if the crying is productive because I value my emotions now? Because I value my emotions now, I should feel them. I should feel them for what they are. I'm taking a pit stop on that road. That road towards never feeling sad again. And this is gonna be my rock for trust. My trust is in this rock. And my hate is in this one. I'm just gonna be... I am a person sitting in a chair with 2 rocks in my hands. Oh my gosh. And I've stopped labeling myself and I've started labeling the rocks. This is an improvement. Oh my gosh. I have a theory that I am my own best psychologist. So yeah, I'm trusting that I can upload this video and nobody is gonna judge me. Nobody is gonna put any hate. I'm trusting you, okay? If you're here this far, I'm trusting that you really vibed with this video and you really loved it. I'm trusting that. And what did the Jesus Calling book say about trust today? Trust is a golden pathway to heaven. Okay. I don't know if I can trust that trust is a golden pathway to heaven, because I'm trusting the person that just a couple of minutes ago had so much hate in her heart. But why would a human being a human and hating stuff make me not trust them? I wanted to talk about the songwriter. There was a time where I believed that no one in all of humanity could ever be trusted with my songwriting. Not even me. Because I wrote what I thought was a masterpiece, and I sang it for some people, and the people laughed after they heard my song, and I was offended by the laughing. Oh my gosh, it's a toxic story. It's just, you know, I wish I could go back in time and not be offended, but I was around the age of 7. Times were tough. And I didn't know I could choose not to be offended. I hadn't yet read that quote. It's from Eleanor Roosevelt. I might be wrong. I think it was Eleanor Roosevelt. People can only make you feel inferior if you give them the consent to do that. That's not the quote. It's but the quote, I'm paraphrasing, who I believe to be Eleanor Roosevelt. I'm just doing this off the dome, so give me grace. I'm a human. Oh my gosh, and you cannot replace humanity. Like, you cannot replicate who I am. So, like, thank you for embracing your own uniqueness. I'm not talking to myself. Like, thank you. Gosh, and there was this girl in my middle school that used to talk to herself, and I made fun of her. I was like, she was talking to herself in front of me. I was like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to myself. I do this all the time. I'm just like, I didn't like make fun of her, but I was kind of like, okay. I don't remember what thoughts I had, but yeah, I don't think it was, oh, I love that so much, great job. It was, oh. And now here I am. I'm taking it a level further. I'm talking to myself and I'm filming myself talking to myself. Like, perspective, hindsight. People back away from what they don't understand and what they're uncomfortable with. That's okay. I'm gonna be that misunderstood thing to some people. People can only make you feel inferior if you give them the consent to do so. This quote empowers me to have my own concept of myself, to have my own concept of what I'm doing, you know, so that I don't feel like a loser that's talking to her iPhone in her bedroom. I call this a personal confession film. I call this filmmaking, because if I call it filmmaking and tell myself I'm a filmmaker, it feels bigger. And it's not wrong to make something bigger than what it is. Because really what it is everything and anything that you make it to be. So why not make it something big? Why would I choose to make myself feel inferior and strange and abnormal when I can make myself feel like I'm doing something good in the world? I'm not doing this on my own. I have evidence from you, my audience, my family, humanity. You've sent me pieces of writing, reflections in response to my films, telling me, oh my gosh, I wish I could say exactly what you've told me, because it has been so beautiful. It has been so beautiful what you've told me. After watching my videos, you've reached out to me, either through email, Telegram, WhatsApp, email, I said that already, comments. You tell me the impact I'm making, and you strengthen the idea that I am doing something that means something, and it happens to be good. And I'm surprised that this rock isn't getting bigger, because the trust in myself is getting bigger as I'm speaking, so the rock should get bigger too, don't you think? You know, maybe one day I'll blink and the rock will be this huge and I'll have to lug it onto the frame so you could see it. But isn't this just, it's so cute. Making space for sadness and hate. I'm gonna edit my notes because we're changing it. And I hope you haven't been disappointed that the title said sadness and hate, and I brought so much love and excitement and giddiness and thrill with it. I'm sorry. I don't think I ever have one emotion without other emotions. Like, it's so many all at once. For me anyways, I'm an emotional being. And that was in my heart just now, and I let it out. I like the spaciousness. That's nice. I don't have to fill it up with love, because I want to feel, I'm not done with feeling the hate yet, you guys. I think it's funny, and I think it's fun for now. As long as I'm not hurting anyone, right? Like, I'll create a boundary, you know? Gosh. I hope this video didn't hurt anybody. May this hour be well spent. May these next minutes be well spent. And yeah, I'm thinking we are about to reach the conclusion. I'm not quite at the conclusion yet, but you know, I like letting you know how much longer I plan on being here. You can check the time, you can check in with your body, check in with your breathing. Slow, beautiful breaths. If you want to do, like, you know what to do, right? You know what to do. You know how to take care of yourself. You're a high vibrational light being on earth with a super high consciousness. Of course you know how to take care of yourself. You know, it's a little rocky sometimes. Honestly, like, it's possible that we were here during, like, the golden age and we ascended. But then, like, during the atomic bomb thing, we were like, some of us gotta volunteer and come back. So we reincarnated. And it's been a while since we've been in these bodies, so like the eating and the taking care of the body, it's new now. We don't have to hunt anymore. I'm in awe every time I go to the grocery store. All the food's just here, I just grab it. And then I give money for it, which is so weird too. I would think that my people would love me so much, like all of us would love each other so much that we'd be, especially the things we need to survive, like wouldn't we just share it all? Why do we need to trade or exchange? Like, can't you trust that you're gonna receive whatever is equal. And maybe that is what's happening. There are versions of myself that live in the non-physical. The version of myself that has the plant in the pot that I really love. The lady said it was too big for my plants, but my plant survived even though that pot was too big. It was the pot that I really love, so I chose it. There's a lesson in this for me, okay? The lesson is, it's coming through kind of rough. It's coming through as... Oh my gosh. Fuck what she thinks, just buy the pot you want to buy. I don't know if that's good advice, because I think being considerate of what other people think, especially if they are with more experience with plants, but honestly, this has been a big pain point for me for most of my life. I have like tons of regrets of not doing what I wanted to do. And I'm picking up the hate, Crystal, because it's in a regret is wrapped up with hate. I could get another crystal that looks just like this and make it the regret rock, the regret crystal. But yeah, I regret that I mean, the only thing I could do at this point now is go back to that same store, see if they have the same pot, put the plant, and I care. I do, because it's my space. I care about my space. I care. I know I could just let it go, but that wouldn't be authentic to me. That would be me trying to be better to make you more comfortable, whoever's witnessing what I'm going through. I'm fine with the pain. I can tolerate it. I can tolerate regret. I do it. I do. I regret that I don't have that plant in that pot right now. I have that plant, beautiful plant. Love this plant. The woman also recommended that I buy this plant, and she was right. It's a good plant. It's easy to take care of. It's been growing. It's been thriving. I love this plant, but I am sorry to the plant because I got a vibe about that pot. I did. I gotta trust my vibes more often. And that's hard, my logic. My logic gets in the way, other people's logic gets in the way. And I have trust for my logic as well as having trust for my vibes. Combining logic with vibes, a skill. A skill that I want to play out perfectly. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with doing it imperfectly. I hold the vision of myself doing it perfectly as I do it imperfectly. And I know that the step of having the plant in a different pot, like, yeah, I don't completely enjoy that. You know, I wish for a different reality, but it's my learning. I'm learning that when I really love something, it's important. I didn't always know that. Yes, when I really love something, it is important. When the feeling of high love, total love, comes to me, I trust it. I make space for it. I notice what it's linked to. And if it's linked to a pot, and I am financially secure in a space where, oh, the pot is $12, like I'm not gonna not be able to buy food. Like I want to bring financial responsibility into this too. You know, you don't just want to, I don't just want to buy financial responsibility. Cool. Anyways, I can buy the pot. I feel a feeling of total love and amazement and awesomeness and beauty. I should buy the pot. I didn't buy the pot. It's not in my room. It's not here. I'm getting an outside perspective telling me I'm attached. But my inside perspective is saying, I'm not open to labels right now. I just want to be. I'm an artist. I'm a filmmaker. This is a personal confession film. I need to be able to be honest. And someone labeling me and telling me, oh, that's anxiety. You should fix that. Or, oh, that's attachment. You can just let that go. I love the attachment because I'm attached to the pot. Because I love the pot. I'm going to let myself be like that. I'm going to let myself. Because I believe that in allowing myself to suffer, I find freedom from suffering. I believe, and I've been experiencing, that in allowing myself to suffer, I find freedom for suffering. For me personally, in some instances, when I just push it away, when I actually put effort into playing the parts perfectly, that's suffering as well. And I don't have space for that type of suffering. We all have certain type of loves we want to experience. We all have certain types of sufferings we want to experience. It's different for everybody. This is just me. This is my expression. Thank you for giving me the confidence to capture it and display it proudly. Yeah. I am a person who wishes her pot I kind of want to let it go. I kind of want to just love and accept the pot that I do have because it's kind of beautiful. The role of the home decorator, specifically focusing on the potted plant, has taught me that there are feelings of massive love in this world inspired by ceramics. I didn't pick the thing that I loved right away, easily, effortlessly. I picked the thing that was practical. I picked the thing that I knew my plant could grow in. I wasn't sure if my plant could grow in the other pot. The store employee, beautiful person, told me that my plant would not be able to grow in a pot that big. So because I didn't want my plant to die, I picked a pot that I didn't like as much as the other bigger pot. And yes, now that my plant has grown, I can see that my plant probably could survive in that pot. So you know what? I can go out to the store and I can see if they have the pot that I really love. And if they do, you'll be the first to know. Second to me. Maybe I can still go get the pot that I really love. I'm still thinking about it today. And you know, if I did move forward with that action, just thinking about how my actions will affect my future in a healthy way, I could look at this list of 3 versions of myself that have existed in the non-physical and never incarnated into the physical, and I could take one of them off of this list because I would be able to say, I now see that the pot that I really love. This is about so much more than a pot, by the way, but like the pot is making it so easy to talk about. The pot that I really love, the pot that I really want to put my plant in is available to me now. The plant's big enough for it now. And I can wake up every morning, know that I've been a warrior for the things in this world that I really love. As ridiculous as that sounds, because the things in this world are so temporary. who knows? Maybe that will become a famous pot. Maybe this will become a viral video and the pot will be kept in museums for centuries. Or maybe 10 people will see this video and only 2 people will make it this far into it, and only I will be the one who knows about the pot, and eventually it'll end up in the landfill. There's a part of me that believes that I have to accept both realities. And there's another part of me that doesn't think that that is true, that I have to accept both realities. I know for sure that I like the viral video and the pot ending up in the museum reality the best. So what if I put all my focus into that? What if I start meditating on that? What if I go to the store and buy the pot I want to buy? I can literally do that today. I can do that later today. Go to the store, see if the pot is there, buy it. I gotta buy a shovel while I'm there so I can put my plant in the pot. Making space for sadness, hate, and craziness. I know I said I wasn't gonna label, but oh, this is the craziest I've ever seen myself be. I care so much about this pot. It's so fascinating to me. But I mean, this comes from other experiences, people. This is what happens to a person that has been choosing things that they kind of like instead of the things that they really love out of fear, and just, making survival a little bit important. And now I'm just like, my plant is fine and it got bigger. I can put it in the bigger pot. My body is fine. I know how to defend myself. I'm good. I can share my vulnerable expression. Taking up a ton of space. I am the inspirational filmmaker. I am the songwriter. If you watched my video that I uploaded yesterday, you saw me sing one of my songs. I think I've written over 100 songs. The home decorator obviously exists. We talked about that earlier, how there's no escaping it no matter what. Every single human on earth has some sort of home, and it is having some sort of decoration, whether you chose it or not. But not everybody chooses to be the songwriter. Not everybody, people leave the planet, they end their lifetime without ever writing a song. People leave the planet without ever creating a film. There was a knowing inside of me as this idea entered my mind that this conversation, this expressing, would be incredibly healing to me. I felt myself getting closer to acceptance, accepting the way things are, and I did. Did you see the acceptance I had? I resisted it for a moment, but I decided to just accept, yeah, that's the pot that my plant is in. And I moved forward thinking, okay, what can I do now? Like, I still think about that other pot, so I can go to the store and get it and see what happens. And replant my plant in the pot that I really like, and I could do a plant pot giveaway. And because I don't really like the pot that my plant is in right now, I could search in my audience, and I could, oh my gosh, I could make a video, and I could, I know. But really, I could hold up the pot, my plant wouldn't be in it anymore because it would be in the new pot. I really think I should go to the store, before I create more, because I gotta do the next action to see if these other actions are possible. I think that's another source of suffering for the brain, because the brain can dream so big and have so many ideas, but the body needs to take the action to make sure that the other ideas are possible, because then we go through so much grief of, if I go to the store and the pot isn't there and I keep my plant in the same pot, then there's again the grief of the non-physical that I dreamed that will never come into the physical, and that sucks. I hate that. I hate grieving what could never be. But I do it. I do it in this lifetime, I do. Even though I hate it. And that's why I'm taking a pit stop away from that road of only being in love with life. I'm gonna hate some aspects of life. I'm gonna hate some moments of it. I'm pit stopping. I might need to get on a different road. I love this. I'm loving this. Oh my gosh. In the past, I experienced suffering. In the present, I experience suffering. When I think about how long this video is, I'm like, I'm suffering. There's different degrees of suffering, okay? It's a pretty mild degree right now, I will admit. A privileged degree, for sure. I need to listen to myself more often. I need to hold more space for myself. I need to take up the space that I want to take up. And this is part of that. This is me doing that. I have felt incredible joy in being able to do just what I'm doing right now. And I would describe doing what I'm doing right now as seeing the rainbow golden channel that exists above the top of my head that connects me to my higher self. Hearing messages from my higher self. Saying exactly what my higher self is saying. It's a dance, because I dance there, but then suddenly I am not aware of my higher self as much as I was in the moment before. And there is my heart. And my heart has all of my focus. And I'm wondering, is there still so much space there? And I notice, yeah, there's a ton of space there. And I remember what a great job I did with this rock thing and how cool that was at the beginning of this video. I didn't even plan on that happening. That was so awesome. Listening to my thoughts is part of it too. I had a thought that said listening to my thought, and then I had a thought that said I had a thought that said listen to my thought. I can simply listen to my inner world. This is my current experience of myself. I can listen to my inner world and I can find a coherent stream of consciousness that's coherent enough for me to just listen to my thoughts and just say what I'm hearing in my head. And meditation is to be responsible for that, and all the past versions of me that chose to sit in meditation, because a couple years ago, if I would have just said what was on my mind, it would have been like, oh my gosh, am I safe? What's going on? I don't know. Food, water, it would have been like a bunch of incoherent. But now, in this moment, I say what is on my mind. It is these words. You're gonna have to trust me. You're gonna have to trust that I can hear what you are hearing before you hear it in my mind. And this is one of my favorite ways of communicating. It feels healthy. It feels real. Recently, I realized there is something I love even more than listening to the stream of consciousness in my mind, and using my voice, choosing to say what is happening in my mind. I can evolve this practice by involving my heart, and I can notice how I'm feeling as well. Thoughts are the language of the brain, feelings are the language of the body, taught by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I can take in the language of my body, the language of my mind, and the language of my higher self in the same 30 minutes, in the same 20 minutes, not in the same moment. Not capable of that. It's a dance. I dance between the language of my body, the language of my brain, and the language of my higher self, and I combine it all in today's personal confession film, making space for sadness, hate, and craziness. I hope you loved watching this. Thank you so much for being in this space. This has been a healing space for me. And I would love to know in the comments what this space has been for you. I would love it if maybe we can have our own secret emoji language. Put 10-star emojis in the comments if you watched and listened to this entire film. I'll see 10 stars from you in the comments. It's a code between us just to see who did it. I would love to know. This will be interesting. I'm thrilled to see what happens next. And when I think about my future, the hate rock is silent. And I'm trusting that if the hate rock has something to say, it won't ruin my day. It won't ruin my self-esteem. I'm not going to turn green. I'm going to keep glowing, showing that it is okay. And kind of an obligation. Or just, it kind of comes with being a human, I guess. I don't know. Is there a human in this world that's truly never felt hate? And I guess, in some people's minds, that's who Jesus was supposed to be, a man without sin. It would be a sin for this video to go on longer than 10 minutes at this point. This is the final. This is the conclusion. We've been in the conclusion. I can feel it. I can feel it. I've got a vision in my mind of me heating up my meal, breaking my fast. Let me just check my notes. I think I just want to end the video by just, again, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing your 10-star comment. I want to end the video on a good note, like a high note, a loud note. I'm reading this book right now, and I like it. And I'm part of a collective that's reading the book together. Woohoo! Okay. Now I'm gonna go eat. Thank you for watching this video. We are finally complete.